Hey guys, it's Nailbiter. I've got another World of Tanks video here. And this is another ace tank around that I wanted to show you. It's with the T-54, which is the Tier 9 Russian medium tank. And I ended up getting just over 1500 experience, or 1500 raw experience, as well as a top gun. So it's a pretty solid round. I think I do about 6500 damage, which is, I think, pretty good for a Tier 9 medium tank. And it's a solid round. I thought I played pretty well. I only just bought this tank about a week ago when the On Track to the T-62A event started, so I was able to get it at 30% off, which was really nice. And I did free XP the turret, and I had to grind a little bit with that stock, or it's not the stock gun, but the 100 millimeter gun that the T-44 gets. And I ended up grinding a little bit of that and then free XPing for the top gun that this T-54 gets. I ended up going with the 100 that has the faster reload rate and better aim time and accuracy, but the lower pen, because I figured the accuracy would be more helpful to me and the reload rate would be good to have. And on top of that, with the fact that I'm running premium right now and with the 30% credit bonus, I figured that if I wanted to or had to throw a little extra gold around, that it wouldn't be too much of an issue in terms of credits. So so far I've been really liking this gun, and it's worked out really well for me. So this round is on Sand River Encounter, and I think I've posted maybe one round before this on this particular map and mode from the other side. And to be honest, I generally don't like to go up here to the northeast on these ridges. I typically like to go straight towards the enemy spawn and try to maneuver around those dunes and get a lot of spots. I like to get those early spots in the enemy team, but I chose to go here to these ridges in the northeast this time because mainly because I looked at the matchup and I thought that there weren't too many tanks that I really had to worry about that had the speed to get up here at the beginning of the round. And plus, with the T-54's armor, you're really able to take advantage of the terrain and use some of these ridges as cover and make it really hard for the enemy tanks to get good shots that have a good chance of penning you from the front. So I'm trying to, at this point, there actually weren't that many enemy tanks that headed in this direction at the beginning, so I decided to take a couple of shots down into the guys in that D67 area, and this KV-5 decided to come up after me, as well as a couple of his buddies. There's a T-43 and Tiger II a little bit farther behind him. And, you know, unless this KV-5 shoots gold, he's really not going to be able to pen me from the front no matter what. But you can see me also angling a little bit and using this ridge as cover, and it just makes it a little harder for him to get a good shot on me. So now you can see these guys trying to push us. I decided to take shots at the Tiger II because I'm not at all worried about the KV-5 penning me. So I don't know how that shot missed. It really dipped way lower than I would have liked it to. But my priority at this point is to try to help out my allies that are up here and keep them alive as long as possible. So I'm trying to focus on this Tiger II. And I get a nice shot there into his cupola after the easier shot completely missed. And this KV-5 keeps trying to poke me a little bit, and he's just bouncing every single one of his shots. Now the Tiger II is getting a little aggressive, so I turn my attention to him again. And I'm trying to save my Type 59 over there because I don't really want to be alone against these tanks, even though I'm fairly certain that I could probably take them on by myself if I had to. I get the kill shot on the T-43 because I just want to get him out of the game and not let him flank the Type 59. And the Type 59 is able to take out the Tiger II, so I was thinking we were both going to be able to get out of this alive, but then the KV-5 is able to take out the 59. Just before I'm able to get the final kill shot on him. But I'm able to clean up all the enemy tanks that are up here. I actually think I was the only one that dealt any damage to that KV-5, so I took out almost I think more than 1,700 hit points of him. As you can see, I'm already well over 3,000 damage, and the round is actually pretty close. I wasn't really expecting it to be this close based on the XVM matchup. But I'm still feeling pretty confident because I haven't taken any hit points and damage yet. And I've got good shots on the back of these guys who had moved up from that D67 area. I got one shot into the back of this ST1, but I know I'm going to have trouble penning him from the front. And I know these other guys are at low health, so I decided to expose myself a little bit and just try to get the kill shots on a couple of these guys. I killed a T-34 there when he's got my back to me, and the ST-1 hasn't shot at me yet, and there he shoots and misses. And I'm actually surprised that shot penned, but I was able to maybe get a high roll and penetration on the side of him, and he wasn't angled very well there either, and I get the kill shot. Now I'm pretty sure that T-54 was still in the small town area somewhere, so I'm going to chase after him and try to catch him before he's able to flank any of the tanks, or the friendly tanks that I have still alive. And there he gets spotted in front of the Jagdtiger, and the Jagdtiger tracks him, and I'm able to get the kill shot here in his back. So far I've really been enjoying the T-54 quite a bit. It's a really fun tank to play. Even though the damage on its gun isn't the greatest, it's got pretty good DPM, and it's I don't even have the top engine unlocked yet, but it's got great mobility, and the armor, the frontal armor, is really awesome as well. It makes it feel pretty similar, or most like a Type 59, I guess, because you can get some bounces even from Tier 9 heavy tanks if you angle correctly or if they take a bad shot. So it's a lot of fun to play. Definitely a good tank to play aggressively with as well. So I've enjoyed playing it quite a bit so far. Although I will say one downside that I've noticed is it seems to get ammo racked pretty frequently. And I do actually have safe stowage as my crew skill on the gunner. So that's a little bit frustrating at times, although it's not as bad as the Leopard prototype, which seemed to get ammo racked every other game that I played with it. That being said, the T-54 still does get ammo racked more than I would like. Otherwise, though, I've really enjoyed playing this tank for the most part. The low penetration on the gun can sometimes get you into trouble, and you really have to flank with it. It definitely plays very differently to the Leopard prototype, as its armor allows you to take on lower tier tanks really head on and not have to worry about getting penned at all, like I'm doing with Black Prince. I was really more worried about getting shot in the side by that Ferdinand than I was about the Black Prince right in front of me, because he really had no chance at all penning me from the front. And so there I get one more shot into the Ferdinand, and the Jagdtiger finishes him off. So there's the end of the round. Finished with just about 6,500 damage, and there you can see I get about 1,500 raw experience with 2,250, including premium. I get a top gun to go along with my ace tanker, and I'm first place on the team by a pretty significant margin. And I get a pretty healthy amount of credits as well, with the plus 30%. To go along with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.